and of course coenzyme Q10 that is coming up. We need to talk about mental acuity. We need to talk about maybe age-related changes and also the challenges of everyday life. A brilliant supplement that so many people leave rave reviews for. I want to show you the pricing right out of the gate because we only have a few minutes here. On the day, Andrew was able to spend, several hours during the day talking about these today's specials. We're doing a quick wrap-up. 30/60, 183/60, or a 600 capsule. That's where the price is going in just 45 minutes time. If you're ordering in the next 45 minutes, obviously a significant discount, best value of the year, economies of scale, which is really what it boils down to. Andrew, memory and brain, always a curious one. People are excited to learn more about this.
Well, memory and brain, it's our product is, I believe, the appropriate approach. A lot of products on the market are sold as these sort of what I like to call these magic bullet products.
Yes.
And there is no magic bullet for memory and brain. If there was some miracle product that can do that, that would be fantastic. But it doesn't exist.
Right.
There are, however, a number of plant-based ingredients, a number of nutrients that have been shown to possess benefits in terms of those age-related changes in memory, concentration, mental acuity. And lest we forget, I think it's, when we think of the aging brain, we often think about memory, concentration, mental acuity, attention, all these sorts of things that are more the faculties of thought, cognitive abilities. But I think we often forget that our outlook, our emotional outlook, our mood, that's our brain as well. And so if we're noticing the changes in the functioning of our brain on a cognitive level, we're probably also noticing changes on an emotional level, whether it might be our outlook. And maybe we blame it on life, we blame it on events, and certainly our life, our events, the world is much more challenging just in my lifetime. The changes I've seen, it's inconceivable how much the world has changed from the time I was just in the last, say, 10, 15, 20 years. So that challenges us. So again, if we're looking at how we move through the world, it's not just how well we think, how well we can remember, how well we process information. I think a lot of us might be willing to see a small sacrifice in our cognitive abilities if that came with an improvement in our outlook, in our optimism, in our ability to deal with sort of the emotional relationships we have, the people in our lives. So those are all part of how our brain functions. And rather than put all of that on one single ingredient, and I'm not aware of a single ingredient that can make an enormous difference in that area, and this is not a drug or a medicine, but when you look at acetyl L-carnitine and the ability to fuel the work that the brain is going to do, provide the most important neurotransmitter that the brain needs for the work it's going to do, and then making sure that all these other botanicals, Huperzine, Bacopa, Vinpocetine, Ginkgo, our special form of Ginseng, that all of these ingredients are delivered at their proper levels. So you get an opportunity to have the comprehensive benefits we seek. They really are only going to come from a comprehensive formula. In a moment, we'll talk about CoQ10, which is the single most important ingredient that can be delivered to increase cellular energy production. But mine isn't a single ingredient product because as important as it is, it can't do it on its own. So as important as, say, acetyl L-carnitine is to the functioning of the brain and energy in the brain, it can't do it on its own. And that's why something so important really deserves a comprehensive product, and that's what we're delivering here.
Here's 3 quick reviews. Again, people say some remarkable things about their experience with memory and brain. Excellent. Memory and brain with acetyl L-carnitine is wonderful. I'm in my mid-50s and I'm under a lot of stress, work and home. My memory has not been that sharp, but taking this product, I'm remembering more and my mind feels sharp. I'm actually ordering another bottle, not waiting till I run out. Great product. I love all of Andrew's products. Tammy says, I thought I would try these. I'm 51 years old and was having trouble with memory. There is a big difference since I've started taking this product. My memory and energy are supported. I will not run out of these. I just can't believe how good I feel. I'll give it a try. I tried Memory and Brain with Acetyl L-carnitine a few months back and felt they helped me to stay on track and not lose my train of thought. I ran out, and while I was out, I really noticed that my recall was not as quick. If I am without them, I notice how helpful they were. There's a common thread and a common theme through those 3 reviews, that's for certain. And Andrew, as we often talk about, you know, we can't control the aging process in terms of we're all getting older, but we can perhaps maybe just push back gently against Father Time.
No, it's funny. We just did a very difficult trail, and we're up to our knees in snow up here in Colorado. Wow. And we started at about 10,000 feet, went up to about 13,000 feet, then descended back to 11,000 feet. And I've done it a half a dozen times over probably the last 40 years. Right. And I thanked everybody, wow, that seemed a lot more difficult than it used to. I'm thrilled I was able to do it, but the reality is I'm not the same person I was when I was 25 years old. None of us are. And I guess one of the things that I'm not going to be sort of as most men can be. I always say women are much more aware about their health and are much more curious. They tend to be more proactive. That's not to say that men aren't, but oftentimes men were afforded the opportunity to be sort of blissfully ignorant, but that doesn't serve us. Changes are going to happen, no matter how blessed we are with great genes, no matter how many great decisions we might make in terms of diet and lifestyle. Aging is still going to get us, and it's going to grab us, and oftentimes not in a terribly pleasant fashion. So what I would rather do, or I prefer to do, is pay careful attention to, as I often say, our God-given blueprint, and then look at the tools that are made available to us. They are Mother Nature's tools, but at the same time, we rely on science to inform us and disclose to us what these opportunities are. And in our Memory and Brain product, I can't say this is Memory and Brain 2.0. It's probably Memory and Brain 15.0 because I've had this product for 40 years. And it originally started off with Ginkgo Biloba, and a little bit of BComplex vitamins. And it has since expanded to have now more than 15 ingredients in it. And it's an incredibly positively reviewed product in an area that people can be very critical. So the positive reviews mean a lot.
Price is about to go up. We've had the luxury of time over the past few days with these today's specials, but the price is going up at midnight, so please take advantage.